Master vocabulary. Learn, remember, and use it confidently. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode on how to use and remember vocabulary properly. A lot of us learn new words, we might even know their meaning, but when it's time to speak or write, we can't recall them or we don't know how to use them naturally in a sentence. In this podcast, I'm going to share some practical methods to solve that problem. We'll talk about why this happens, simple but effective methods to remember and use new vocabulary, how to practice deliberately, and some of my own best ideas you can try immediately. Let's get started. Why do we forget vocabulary or fail to use it? First, let's understand why this happens. We often memorize words in isolation, without any real context. We see a word once, maybe in a book or a dictionary, but never use it again. We don't practice actively, we just hope it will come to us when needed. We don't connect the new word to our daily life, so our brain treats it as unimportant. The result? We know the word, but we can't use it. Method 1. The deliberate use method. One of the most effective techniques is to use the word deliberately in your own context. For example, if you learn the word clumsy, don't just memorize clumsy equals careless or awkward. Instead, immediately make a sentence about your life. Example: my cousin is very clumsy. She always drops things. Or, I felt clumsy at the dance class yesterday. By making personal sentences, you link the word to your real memory. Your brain says, this is important. Here's the rule. Whenever you learn a new word, force yourself to use it in at least 3 personal sentences. That will help you own the word. Method 2. Sticky notes and labeling. Another great method is using sticky notes. Write your new words on sticky notes and place them where you'll see them often. On your study desk. On the fridge. Near your computer. Every time you see the note, say the word aloud and make a quick sentence in your mind. For example, your sticky note says clumsy. Don't be clumsy with the vase. My little brother is so clumsy. This repetition in your daily environment is powerful. You can also label objects in your home in English. Even if the label isn't the exact word, it keeps your brain in English mode. Method 3. The 1 word a day challenge. Don't try to memorize 20 words at once. Instead, choose 1 word a day and master it. Steps. Write it down. Check its meaning, pronunciation, and usage. Make 3 to 5 sentences about your life. Use it in conversation or writing that day. By doing this every day, you'll really learn 30 new words in a month, more effectively than sort of knowing 500 words. Method 4. Contextual reading and listening. Another method is learning words in context. Reading books, articles, or even watching videos in English helps you see how words are actually used. Tip: when you see a new word in a sentence, don't just look up its meaning. Copy the entire sentence. Make your own similar sentence. For example, if you see, she's so clumsy she spilled the coffee, you might make, I'm always so clumsy with my keys, I lose them everywhere. Method 5. Spaced repetition. We forget things naturally. To beat forgetting, use spaced repetition. Simple way. Day 1. Learn the word. Day 2. Review it. Day 4. Review again. Day 7. Use it again. Method 6. Spaced repetition, with reluctant example. Another powerful method for remembering vocabulary is spaced repetition. Our brain naturally forgets things if we don't review them. Instead of cramming, we need to review words over time with increasing gaps between reviews. Example word, reluctant, meaning unwilling, hesitant. How to apply spaced repetition. Learn it, use it in personal sentences. I felt reluctant to speak in the meeting today. Why it works. You give your brain time to forget a little. Each review strengthens the memory. After a few rounds, you will remember it for good. Method 7. Teach others. One of the best ways to remember and master vocabulary is teaching it to someone else. Why this is powerful. Teaching forces you to really understand the word. You have to explain the meaning clearly. You think of examples on the spot. How to do it. Tell a friend or family member. Today I learned the word reluctant. It means unwilling or hesitant. For example, I was reluctant to wake up early this morning. If you have no one to teach, pretend to teach. Talk out loud as if explaining it. Benefit. This active use moves the word from short-term memory to long-term memory. You get confident using it in real life. Method 8. Record yourself using the word. Many learners know words in their head but can't say them fluently. Recording yourself is an excellent method to bridge this gap. Steps. Choose 1 to 3 new words you want to practice. Make a few sentences about your life. Record yourself saying those sentences clearly. I was reluctant to join the dance class, but I went anyway. She sounded reluctant to help with the project. Play it back. Notice your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Why it works. Speaking out loud builds muscle memory in your mouth. Hearing yourself builds awareness. You get more comfortable using the word naturally. Tip. Make this a daily habit for 5 to 10 minutes. Over time, you'll sound more natural and confident. Method 9. Write short personal stories with new words. Writing is one of the best ways to lock new vocabulary into your brain. But don't just write boring example sentences. Write a short personal story that includes the new word naturally. Example with reluctant. Last week, my boss asked me to lead a big meeting. At first, I was very reluctant because I don't like speaking in front of many people. But eventually, I prepared well and it went fine. Now I feel more confident. Why this method is so effective. You use the word in a meaningful, realistic context. You practice grammar and storytelling at the same time. You're more likely to remember the word because it's connected to a personal memory or imagined scenario. How to do it. Choose 1 new word. Write 4 to 5 sentences or a short paragraph that includes it. Read it aloud. Review it later in the week. Method 10. Group words by theme or topic. One excellent strategy for remembering and using vocabulary is grouping words by theme or topic you actually care about. Why? Our brains remember words better when they're linked by meaning. When you speak about that topic, you're more likely to remember all the words in that group. Example themes. Emotions, reluctant, anxious, excited, delighted. Work, deadline, negotiate, assign, supervise. Travel, itinerary, destination, accommodation, explore. How to use this method. Choose a theme you use in daily life. Collect 5 to 10 words related to it. Make sentences or a short story using several of them. I felt reluctant to plan my itinerary because I wasn't sure about the destination. Review these theme groups regularly. Extra tip. Make mind maps or lists in your notebook. Practice speaking about the theme out loud. Vocabulary learning is not just about knowing meanings, it's about using words naturally. Use deliberate practice. Make personal sentences. Review with spaced repetition. Teach others. Record yourself. Write stories. Group words by theme. By making these methods part of your daily routine, you'll turn passive knowledge into active, confident language skills. Thank you for listening and happy learning.